Where are you going?
The grandmother's. It's coming for me. Don't come near me.
Do you think I'm the wolf?
You shouldn't be here.
You're afraid?
You said you weren't a big fan of fairy tales when you were young, that they scared you.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's what they wanted. I think the writers of the fairy tales wanted to scare children into doing the right thing. And it did. I couldn't get to sleep at night because of it.
And now? What's your feeling on...
Now I think they're great. I mean, the original ones are so highly sexualized. It's just dark symbolism that I find fascinating.
The history of Red Riding Hood goes way, way back. Where does this interpretation kind of,
fit in there?
Yeah.
If you hear the story when you're like 5 years old, you'll probably just think Red Riding Hood, it's scary to go in the woods and there's a wolf there and all that. But if you read it again when you're like 13, you start noticing there are some sexual undertones to this movie. Like she basically tells the wolf where she's going. She kind of almost invites him to meet her grandmother's.
The wolf is someone in this village who wants you. Give it what it wants.
Won't be long now. You're gonna get what you deserve.
It's just a whodunit. It's a thriller, and I love that it's kind of oriented toward youth, but at the same time has so many fantastical elements that everybody can enjoy the film.
For me, it was the paranoia that developed within the town. I mean, the Crucible. It felt a bit like that. The Salem witch hunts, and what a little bit of fear can do to a close-knit society. It can just fragment it overnight.
I'm really attracted to movies that have a twist at the end. And the fact that I couldn't figure it out when I read it. And most people that I speak to, actually all of the people that I speak to that have read the script, have no idea who it is. And I think that's a big challenge.
Is it true that Leo DiCaprio brought this to you?
His company, he has a really cool company, Appian Way, and they developed this project. They got the original idea to go back to the oldest story. The oldest stories had a werewolf in it, and so he thought, I guess they thought that'd be a cool thing to revive, and then they wrote this amazing script, and I was like,
oh
hooked.
Man, are you kidding?
Yeah.
How was shooting in Vancouver? I mean, was it really snowing? Because a lot of times you think, well, they probably CG'd that or something.
Well, no, it wasn't snowing because we built most of it, all the villages on a stage.
Okay.
And then when we were outside, we had to add it in
Okay, you did.
CGI.
Okay.
Yeah.
It still looked cold though.
Yeah.
Especially when you were climbing up on the mountains.
Yeah. Well, we made everybody eat ice cubes.
Get out of here.
I did. Because I'm like, you guys don't look cold enough.
It's fun to play around in a medieval village that was built for you.
Yeah.
It's great. I've never done a period movie, and I've always wanted to do it like a costume drama, and this was like way more than I'd ever imagined.
Be careful. I lost my sister. I can't lose you too.
Amanda was never on my radar. And then I see her in this movie, and her eyes and her lips, this person just jumps off the screen.
She's incredible looking, right?
Did you know?
Well, she'd been on my radar because I'd met her a few times, and I'd seen her perform live, and she did literally jump off the podium. She's just kind of like dazzling, and she's funny and sexy and fearless, and she'll do anything. So I thought that she would be the perfect fairy tale character. I mean, she looks like she's out of a fairy tale.
You know that nothing ever comes out of fighting over a hot chick.
No.
Nothing good comes out of that.
But you say that, but we hate each other at the beginning of this.
Yes.
And we've hated each other our whole lives, but we come together.
Shiloh, you had a previous relationship with Catherine from Twilight. How many times did you have to audition for this one? Or did she just go, we're going to give you this part?
I wish it was that easy. I had numerous auditions. I had numerous haircuts. I kind of came in a little bit unkempt, and she took me to her hairdresser. Warner Brothers cut my hair. The stylist, this, that. There was a long process getting this role, but I think ultimately, we both knew that this was the right project to work on together. Yeah, it felt right.
Max, did it really come down to the haircut for you?
Hopefully not. I mean, I did end up with very silly, shaggy-looking hair in the movie, so who knows? But no, it was the same kind of 5 auditions, 3 in London, 2 here. We did this kind of fairly unbearable chemistry test session.
Okay.
So there were about a dozen or more actors, and we all got paired up in different combinations, and I was auditioning for both parts. Then it became clear that Shiloh had taken the role of Peter. So then we all, you know, it was knives out for Henry.
What big eyes you have.